Yeah, hello guys, and welcome to another trading week. I wish everyone a profitable week. Now let's look at our chart for last week and see what price did and see how far we'll be able to either amend or either to keep on, then see what this week also has for us. If you have not joined my community, you can just do that by checking from Telegram Sinaforex GH to join the community for any updates after the analysis. Now, this was the analysis we had for last week. We were looking at more selling opportunities since we were bearish for the week. And this was the area we were looking at price. We were observing for price to either give us a sell confirmation or break above it. But our main focus was on this particular entry level that we were having. And as you can see, it played out very well as we anticipated. We had a range and finally a break to confirm our selling opportunities. I was unable to give us the midweek analysis because of my daily tax or weekly tax. But if you found yourself in the community, definitely you would have been updated with all these trade entries that came. So with this, since we've been able to have price give us this sell confirmation and price continuing to sell, our main target is to ensure that price take out this very low. Once price is able to take out this very low, it confirms more selling opportunities to us. So let's look at this week and see whether price is still going to give us that sell opportunity that we are looking for, or we have a different direction altogether. So I'll clear this one off and then we uh, plot our points. So this is what we have. We start from the weekly level. So from the weekly, as you can see, we are still very bullish, but price is still on a retracement as we have already established. So here, let me take it from the monthly level. We can see that price from the monthly level is still selling, which indicates more selling pressure for us. Now we have this support level that we are looking at price respecting. This very support level, we are expecting price to respect it. Though price came close, it wasn't able to respect that very level for us. So I'm still expecting price to drop more to that particular level in order for us to be able to now think of either buying or selling. So when you look at the weekly level, you can see that the monthly and the weekly level are all at the same support level, indicating that it's a very strong level to pull price towards it for a possible buy confirmation to the upside. Now, if we are selling, where are the possible entry points that we can look at? Looking at the chart, you can see price gave us a low, a high, a low, a high, and then we have a lower point. So with this pullback, where do we position ourselves for possible entry points? Now you realize that last week candle closed around this level. This is the closure of last week candle. And you can also see that last week candle also did a retest at this particular SNR level. So those are the two levels that is of much importance to me this week. So when we take last 2 weeks SNR level, which is at this level that price retested, you can see we have last week retest. You can see we have last week retest here. We have this buy, we have this as a support, we have this as a resistance. So we are having a very strong level that we can use as our benchmark. Once price is able to cross over that particular zone, we look for more buying opportunities to the nearest resistance, which is going to be this very resistance, which is 4525. That will be our nearest resistance zone for us to look for buying opportunities to that point before we continue ourselves. But should price be able to respect this current resistance point that we are having here, which is the 4330, once price is able to respect that particular level, we expect price to give us more selling opportunities. So this is the benchmark or the area where we are looking at price not to be able to cross over, since we are looking for more selling opportunities. So price can get closer to it or even touches it and then drop down with it because it's a very strong resistance level that we have established. Now let's look at last week level. This is last week resistance level that we are having. Now, as price gets closer to last week resistance level, there's a likelihood that price might want to respect that level and not even get closer to our 4330 that we are looking at. So we'll mark that point and see what price would do when price gets to that particular level. And if you look at it carefully, you would also see that it is also below a very strong resistance level that price had also tested multiple times. So that also becomes a very strong level. So because of that, I am focusing on the current zones, which is this very zone 4445. That's what I'm currently looking at. And then I will mark this our benchmark zone. Let me just make it dotted and also change the color to red because that's going to be our danger zone. Should price be able to cross over that particular zone, then we look for more buying opportunities to this resistance zone, this very area. We look for more buying opportunities to that level before we'll be able to sell. So this is my major area that I'm looking at price touching 4245 for more selling opportunities. If price is not able to use the current resistance level, which is 4215 or 4216 to bring price to the downside. Now let's go to the daily and then see what price has for us at that particular level to simplify our entry levels and then position ourselves very well in the market. So here, when you look at it, you can still see price still giving us the sell vibe. We have the daily candle closing below the weekly level, indicating more selling opportunities. So here, at the daily level, the weekly resistance that we marked at this particular level happens to be at the same level as the weekly resistance. That's the daily resistance. So currently, we can see price reacting around that zone. Let's see if it is able to give us a confirmation from the lower time frame, then we will be able to take our sell and then drop down to the lower point, which is around 4,000 for our full TP and see what price would do for us. Now, once we take our sell, we should also bear in mind that this is a support level. So whatever price is going to do around this area, once we get our sell confirmation, we sell all the way to this point. We look at the reaction that price will give us, gives us a pullback into another sell zone. We continue our sell to this particular point. But if it breaks the zone straight up and hits our 4,000 zone, then we look out for any buy confirmation to the upside. So that's basically what the daily is giving us. This week, I think we have a clear chart to work with, not much roadblocks. Let's see the 4-hour for exact entry points. So looking at this, let me just shape this. Looking at this particular point, you can see the weekly resistance that we are having happens to be in between the range that we had last 2 weeks, this range that we were having. It happens to be in between. So there's the likelihood or possibility of price respecting that level and dropping down. But should in case price does not respect the level and break above it, as I said, once it breaks above it, we look for buying opportunities to this particular level. And when you look at that level from the 4-hour, you realize that it has also given us an entry pattern here. Shifting it to the 1-hour for clearer view, that 4-hour zone I was looking at, you can see from the 1-hour, we have an SNR level entry here at this particular point. So this becomes our extreme entry point should in case price give us a break above this particular zone, then we can target that particular zone, which is our extreme, because we are having an engulfing field here, field engulfing that is here. It has not been mitigated, and so we expect price to mitigate it. This was not able to do that. So we look out for the next candles that will be able to do it. And inside the same, below the zone, we also have another entry point at this particular level, which is also a structure formation or structure break below this particular level. So should we get price breaking above this level, we have a short-term buy into this particular zone, which is our, uh, let's say, our immediate sell zone, and then we drop price with it. But once price is able to break above this particular sell zone, then we can now confidently look for more buying opportunities to the next high. But since we are looking for more selling opportunities, and these are our only entry zones we are having now, we only concentrate on these ones until we have a break above. Definitely, should we have a break above within the week, I'll definitely update us on those particular entries. So this is my entry zones that I'm looking out for this very week for price. Main target, this I will use confirmation for this particular zone that we are seeing here. It's a very strong and good zone. So I'll be using confirmation to take this particular trade should it go well. That's within 4246 and then 4217. This particular zone, I'll just be using confirmation to take trade here. Once we get confirmation, we ride all the way to the downstairs, targeting 4,000. So that's our zones for the week. I think there isn't anything much. The chat has been clear for us this very week. So basically, if there's any question or any comment, you can drop it in the comment section, and then I would answer you. Do well to like the video, share to friends, and also join the community, Synaforex GH, for us to learn together and upgrade our trading skills. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.